morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings to you from wherever you're watching from and whatever the time is there. My name is Annabelle Benson. I'm the General Manager of Corinthia Villa Hotel and I am your Hospitality Edge coach. Hospitality Edge is basically a platform where we share ideas, skills, tips, just generally knowledge about the hospitality industry. However, like I would always say, even if your industry doesn't fall under the hospitality industry, or you're a client, you deal with clients, you're a staff, you're a CEO, just you generally deal with people. I can assure you that you benefit a lot from the tips that we share here, even though our target is the hospitality industry. Today, I'm going to be dealing with a topic that most of us ignore, but is actually very important, and is personal growth for hospitality staff. What is personal growth? Personal growth is simply personal improvement, personal development. It's simply a system or a process whereby you improve on yourself, you develop yourself by yourself. This one, nobody is doing it for you, you're doing it for yourself. I know some organizations engage in trainings, engage in, skill acquisition and all of that for their staff, but when it has to do with personal growth, this is something you do for yourself. Nobody needs to do it for you. It's something you do for yourself. The truth of the matter is that personal growth is what separates one staff from the other. Personal growth is what separates one person from the other. I'm going to give you an instance. I used to have this staff in a particular department, but I noticed that this guy is very exceptional. And I'm not the only one that noticed it. Every other person noticed that this guy is exceptional in the way he carries out his work, his job. And it's natural to assume that, okay, this guy has experience over the years or something. And one of these days, out of interest, out of curiosity, I called this guy and I'm like, how long have you been in this particular department? And he goes, 3 months. And I'm like, you've not done this particular job in any other hotel? And he goes, no. I said, so how are you this good? And he said, Ma, I do a lot of trainings for myself. I read a lot. I watch YouTube videos a lot. I do a lot for myself. And I was really impressed. Meanwhile, there are people in the same department. Sorry to deviate with this story, but there are people in the same department that have been on that particular job for maybe 10 years, and even in different hotels with different knowledge, with different experiences, but they don't do this job half as professionally as this guy does it. So what's the difference? It's personal growth. I always tell my colleagues, my staff something. I would say, if you don't blame people, if you don't train people, don't blame them when they do wrong. But my brother, what I want to tell you is, my sister, if they don't train you, you train yourself. Do you understand? You don't necessarily have to wait for the organization to train you. You can actually train yourself. So today we're dealing with tips for personal growth for hospitality staff. And I specifically tailor most of these tips to suit the hospitality industry. But trust me, anyone can benefit from the tips that I'm sharing here. The number one tip is cultivate a learning mindset. See, it's first the mindset before you now want to do it. You have to keep improving on yourself. You have to keep improving on the skills that you are. Even on this level and on this position that I am, I'm not sitting down one place and waiting for manna to fall from heaven or feel like, okay, I've achieved something. I keep learning. I keep learning. You can learn even from as little as feedbacks. You can learn from as little as you don't necessarily need to sit down and be training yourself. You can learn from situations. You can learn from corrections. You can learn from feedbacks. You have to keep learning. And one basic thing that will help you to develop to cultivate a learning mindset is a curious mind. You must have a curious mind. You need to know more. Now, a curious mind should not be from the negative. A curious mind should be from the positive. You must be curious. You want to know more. Ask questions. Learn. How is this thing done? How can I learn this thing? Understand generally. Stay curious basically and stay learning. So the number one tip is cultivate a learning mindset. You must want to learn. Because even if you don't want to learn, even if the organization spends so much money to train you, you will still not learn. It will still not stick. So you must cultivate a learning mindset. The second point is you must improve your communication skills. Yes, we're talking of personal growth. Communication is key to everything that we do on earth, because as human beings, you must communicate and you must be communicated to. So you must improve your communication skills greatly. Practice active listening, learn professional tone. Learn professional languages. Learn the right thing to say. Work on your body language. Very important. Work on your body language. These are it's personal branding. It's personal growth we're talking about. So you need to you're growing yourself. You're training yourself. So you must learn, improve your communication skills. Remember that in my previous video that I said that communication is not only when you talk, how you send emails, how you respond to emails, your body language when you're being talked to, your body language when you're talking to somebody, your smile, your posture, your eye contact, your tone, the volume of your voice, your pitch, all those things very, very, very important. So the second point is improve communication skills. The third point is build great emotional intelligence. The importance of emotional intelligence for hospitality staff or for customer service cannot be overemphasized because you practically work under pressure as a hospitality staff. I can assure you that anybody watching this video that is a hospitality staff knows what I'm talking about. You're practically working under pressure 247. So you must learn to manage your emotions. You must learn empathy. Empathy with guests, empathy with your co-workers. You must also develop patience. Because sometimes it comes with so much pressure, sometimes it comes with so much push down. You must be patient. You must be a very patient person. So the third point is build great emotional intelligence. The fourth point is set your personal goals. I always tell my staff, I always tell my colleagues, I always tell my friends that I don't expect to see you in this same position 5 years from now. I'm not putting pressure on you. It just means that you should set your personal goals. You might be on the same job, but you should not be on the same level that you were in that job 5 years ago. What is your career path? What are you defining for yourself? Do you want to remain an operative? Do you want to go to become a supervisor? Do you want to go to become a manager? Do you want to even go to become a consultant? Then start building the skills from today. Have a plan for your personal growth and then track your progress. Okay, where was I in 2017? I started out as a marketer. Okay, where am I into? What was I in 2022? If give yourself 3 years. What was I in 2017? What was I in 2020? Where was I in 2023? Where will I be in 2026? What is your plan? I always advise people track your progress, and then celebrate your wins. Oh, celebrate your wins. Oh, I was here in 2020, and look at where I am now in 2025. Oh, amazing. Applaud yourself even when the world does not applaud you. We're talking of set personal goals for yourself. Seek mentorship. Under set personal goals, the next point I have is seek mentorship. Seek mentorship. Some of us are just living a vida loca. We're just living our life without a mentor, without a guide, without a coach. Sometimes your mentor might not even know that they're mentoring you. You're following this person's life closely. But it's best for you to have a mentor that you can easily talk to. It's best to have a mentor that can inspire you, that can motivate you, that can encourage you, and lead you basically. So please seek mentorship, seek it. The fifth point is strengthen teamwork and collaboration. See, for the hospitality industry, you cannot work alone. No matter how good you are, no matter how well grounded and well branded you are, you cannot exist and survive alone. You need people, you need collaborations, you need teamwork. You must be a great team player in building in personal growth. You must be a great team player. You must also be willing to share knowledge. As much as you're receiving knowledge, be willing to share. I'm a Christian, so the Bible says there is that scatter it, yet increase it. And there is that withhold it, yet he yielded to poverty. When you share, you realize that you even grow more. When you're holding everything that you don't want to let the next person. How do you make space for growth? How do you make space for increase? How do you make space for elevation? So learn to be willing to share what you know. Engage in trainings. If your organization wants to offer trainings, offer to be the trainer. You can never lose by sharing knowledge. You're even learning more, and you're learning better ways to do that thing when you share knowledge. The next point under strengthening teamwork and collaboration is respect individual differences. Respect individual. Everybody's different. Everybody has different temperament types. Everybody has different work cultures. So you must learn to respect individual differences. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to stop here for now. Remember that we're talking about tips for personal growth for the hospitality industry. And the first point I said is develop a learning mindset. The second point I said is improve your communication skills, have great communication skills. Then here I said build great emotional intelligence, very important for life generally, for living is emotional intelligence. The next point is Set personal goals, define your career path, track your progresses, set personal goals. Don't just be moving on, move, don't just move. Set personal goals. The next point is strengthen teamwork and collaboration. Very, very important. I'm going to stop here for now for the sake of time and for the sake of this video. I actually have 8 tips to share with us for tips for personal growth for the hospitality industry. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to share the remaining tips in the next video after this. But please remember that nobody is going to grow you as much as you're going to grow yourself. Nobody's going to improve you as much as you're going to improve yourself. As much as important as you are to an organization, they cannot love you more than they love themselves. They cannot cherish you more than they cherish themselves. So you must be the one to cherish yourself enough to grow yourself. Don't stop growing. Stagnant water stinks. Stagnant water stinks. So is a stagnant mind and a stagnant person. So please take personal growth very, 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 very seriously. Till we meet next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.